Marty Borgie.
Looking good.
Takes one big ball from him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you think has he put any pressure on himself knowing that if he takes a W or a second, he's world number one?
I don't think so. I would have said about a month ago, yes.
Yeah.
Just the way he was swinging a month ago. But now he's free and easy. I don't think he's too much worried about that because if it happens, it happens.
He's a lot freer.
He's a lot freer.
More himself.
About 2 months ago, a month, it was tough. He was putting a lot of pressure on himself.
Yeah.
He was also trying to put that event by himself on in Germany.
Yeah.
So he had all that stress. He had the stress of winning the World Championship last year, trying to do it again, wins the first event of the year. Just a lot of things compiled down on him, and I think now he's freed up, and you're seeing what he's doing again.
And he's having fun. When Martin's having fun, we're all having fun.
When Martin's having fun, you know he's locked in. There's 2 events there where he had no fun, and we had a long talk with him about it. But
did you speak to him
in
German or English?
I don't know much German. I know 2 words in German, and I can't say those on air.
Uh-oh.
But and he doesn't know much English either, so it's tough.
Yeah, he barely speaks English.
I mean, I don't even know what it is, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
Can you talk to us a little bit about Turbo Daily? We didn't get one today, this morning, but
you haven't got one in about 10 days since the YIP started because I didn't trust a swing enough to do one. And plus, we went 17 straight days of 105-degree weather in Dallas. I didn't go outside for like 17 days. So I'm going to pick it back up this week. I figured I need to. But the main thing is I had to keep everybody on their toes. Get them wanting it back. You know, you can't just do it every day. They're like, we'll see it when it. But now
that's all people have been asking in the comments.
I mean, at the airport today or last night, everybody in New York was like, "Hey, when is it coming back?" I was like, "Guys, just leave me alone. I'm trying to concentrate on. I got an event this weekend." So, it's answering all these texts and stuff. I'm just, guys, it's coming back.
You threw out the first pitch at the Yankee game.
I did, and they were like, "Hey, do a turbo knuckle curve."
Yeah, 87 miles per hour too.
It was really good.
That was impressive.
Aaron Judge came up to me afterwards, and said, "I'm glad you're not in the league."
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want to face that either.
Yeah, no.
Zero rotation, too. Zero spin. Wakefield would be like, 68, 70.
It's crazy because my knuckleball has no spin, and my driver has about 5,400. So
I like your 1-degree launches.
Did
today.
you like
Those
that?
Those were awesome.
Those were
they literally just like.
I'm pretty sure one of them.
He had some risers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them hit the rough right here in front of the tee box.
Who needs a lawnmower when you can just hit your 1-degree
I'll go out there and
man?
just do it all day. I did it all day this morning.
You mowed the lawn down the right side. I'm sitting here just watching you hit it. I'm like trying not to laugh.
He was trying not to
That's
laugh.
fine. And you know me. I'm very open. But the last 10 days have been tough on me mentally trying to prepare for this event. Like I said, I almost pulled out on Wednesday, but I was like,
Well, we can't see Jay Kalowski and Bud Widener, but Mike Zuloff 323, Cody Billinghurst at 361, and Jay Kalowski is at 357.
Yeah, Jay ended up getting in yesterday, showed up at 11:59 for a 12 o'clock tournament, which I think Eddie Fernandez is probably going to do as well. But Mr. Helstowski, really impressed with him in Memphis. He was starting to bump up the mid 210, ball speed. So, but he was trying to warm up yesterday on the range, and he was hitting the shaft, the grip, the top of the club, trying to get loose real fast. He was in a panic, but you know what? He got 5 wins, and that's all you need, 4 or 5 wins, and now he's at the World Championships. And today, now he's on a free roll here, potentially getting in. What would that put him at if he takes second place? Helstowski would be at 250. With 2 more groups to go,
Bud was on the bubble at that point, but had an OB set, so that's going to knock him down just a little bit. We're about to start set number 4.
And like you said last week, set 4 is the biggest one.
It is.
It's the biggest one to set yourself up for set 5.
So Borgmeyer is in, Cody Billinghurst is in. They're already into the round of 32 with 600 points. Hunter Knowles at 400, Bobby Ray is at 300, Gabbard's at 300. Joseph Kavanaugh, 300, Gavin Yokas. Going to be a little bit of a log jam similar to the second group today.
Yeah, and a little bit earlier today where we had another one.
Yeah.
2 playoffs so far. We went a long time in this season of not having any playoffs, and now we've seen a playoff almost every single event.
Yep.
Well, it just shows you the competition this year is just a lot stouter from top to bottom than it's been. I
have a question for you.
Yeah.
How come you didn't wear this on the range? This is a Bobby Ray style right here.
On tank top, I need to get some sun because this will blind you, and this is a little dark. So I was like, I'm gonna kind of get the golf tan going. But
farmer tans are cool, though.
Farmer tan. I grew up in one in South Alabama, so
Roll Tide,
baby.
Roll Tide.
Go Tigers!
All right, we need Greg Null to find that strike zone again. 0 for his first 12, ends up winning the third set.
What do you see in his swing that's causing him to have a little bit of a struggle?
He's off by like a quarter of an inch. I mean, he's so close all the time, because when he figures it out, like, he could literally go 5 or 6 for 6. He does it all the time. And we talked about Phyllis Meddy. When Phyllis starts hitting balls in play early, she's going to hit a lot of balls in play.
Same with Greg Knoll.
You know, Greg Knoll, just put a couple balls in play. I always say it about Costello. I wasn't saying it about you for the last, like, 5 events. And it's not going to be this. Tomorrow you're going to hit a lot of balls in play. I can see it.
Well, I hit a few balls in play today. They just didn't go very far.
Yeah.
It's tough to go far when you're spinning at 5,000.
And launching it at 1.
Is that the lowest launch ever recorded in a
close.
World Long Drive event?
I think
It was just
0.5
like,
has you beat, but
the flight
that
scope's
one.
just like, you know, like.
And then it spun backwards. It got to the point and came back.
All right, we need
Are we
one.
at all OB right now?
All right, 270 gets a number on the board here. Is it 270 or 300 today? It's normally 270.
Yeah. Somebody grab a 6-iron real quick.
We're looking-
Gabbard looks like he put one in. Rocco has one in at 297.
Veteran
Hey,
move on Rocco.
yep.
The old 297.
The old 297, give me 200. He sees everybody struggling. He's put some pressure on.
I've watched Tim Burke win with like a 290. He won in Atlantic City into a 700-mile-per-hour headwind.
Martin last year at Worlds got 100 points with a 303 ball to move him on. So, hey.
Hammered it.
Hammered it. Now we got some hop up. 325
All right.
Gabbard, 296. Still waiting on Greg Knoll. He's down to 1.
All right,
So-
last ball here.
I'm just going to watch by the reaction of Greg Knoll.
Ooh, sounded good,
Nope,
but he does not like it.
at all.
Those clouds don't look good behind either.
They do not. Ooh.
Well, Greg Knoll doesn't have a number on the board for the 5th ball. I'm not sure if that one stayed in. I mean, honestly, it's a bunt for him.
We've got wind coming in, but so thankful to have the one, the only, Sam
you.
Judah in the booth. Thank you.
No,
We're
thank
excited
y'all
to
for
see you
having
tomorrow.
me. Yeah, I'm glad
Are we doing any dance this time, or what do we have?
I'm good to do with a dance. What do you want to do? We need Bobby dancing.
We need Bobby in this.
I don't know, how do you do that?
I like
I
that
can't-
one.
yeah, I
Oh, there we
can't-
go.
I
There we
can't
go.
do
You
that.
got it, Bobby. You can
You
pass
got
it to us.
Pass it to it. I mean, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that
All
was
right, he's
terrible,
gonna
but yeah. Thank
Make
you,
his
everybody.
way on out. There we
Sorry
go.
for the embarrassment today, but it'll be better tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you all so much.
We'll see you guys.
Y'all have a great one.
Let's try to get that one up to 2 tomorrow.
And we are back with another one of my favorites, Cassandra.
Hello. How are you?
So
Good.
excited to have you in the booth.
Yeah.
First question. If Bobby Ray's like, I want to wear your outfit, would you let him do it?
Absolutely. As
Yeah.
long as I don't have to put it back on afterwards.
And can he wear yours?
Well, that's what
you
it was.
mean-
No.
we want
no.
y'all to swap.
Oh,
Yeah.
swap?
Well, no,
Ooh,
he can wear
God.
yours. He 100% will wear yours. He needs to win this set. He needs to win the set.
I feel like we're all melting out there, so that would be some pretty sweaty shorts to put on for me. I don't know.
Well, you could take the outfit and do another skit in it. We were talking
There you
about your
go.
skits earlier.
I feel like he's
can do a Bobby
basically one
skit.
of the characters,
Yeah,
right?
which
I mean,
character?
he fits right into the bro.
The bro.
does.
Absolutely.
Cassie, can you tell us how you got into long drive?
Let's see. Back in 2019, my husband was coaching Tim Burke, And, you know, obviously he knows a little something about long drive.
Maybe a little.
And I don't know, I always hit it far, so I wanted to give it a try. I was not really competing professionally anymore, and kind of gave me a reason to work hard and, you know, work towards something, whether that was in the gym or on the driving range. And so it was really just for fun. And then, as you guys all know, it's extremely addicting. And, yeah, I just got sucked in.
You may or may not have been cornered at Tim Burke's wedding by yourself, like you're getting in it.
Well, one thing I don't think that most people know is that you are still an incredible golfer, but you were one of the top golfers in the nation.
Well, I mean, way back when I was like a junior.
But still, not a lot of people wear
Yeah.
that badge. You played in, what was it, the Junior Ryder Cup?
Junior Ryder Cup.
With Tony and a lot of those guys.
Yep. Tony and I were partners, and yeah, it was good times back then, man. And then I don't know what happened. Something happened to my brain when I was trying to play professionally.
We just had that conversation with Sam Judah, and it was very interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, he was telling me he's got a little something
He's
going
fine.
on in the
He's
head
fine.
right now.
He's fine. You can talk about it.
I was
He's
like,
fine.
well, you know what? If anyone understands, it's me, because I just straight up developed the yips when I was playing professionally off of the tee, and that was kind of something I feel like long drive gave me, kind of control over something that I felt like completely, you know, what ruined my professional career. I kind of got to take revenge on it.
Yeah, Bobby Ray takes down the set at 338. The wind has shifted his directly into the face, so we're not going to be seeing that big of numbers right now, but we got Cassandra Meyer, who is going to be hitting tomorrow in the ladies division.
One of my favorite things, first of all, you guys need to watch her on social media, but you travel a lot with Gabby and with Avery. Can you tell us about that friendship and that camaraderie that's in the women's division?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I met Gabby just at PGA show this year, and I feel like we just we connected really fast, just became great friends. Avery and I have done several events together, you know, influencer type events or pro-ams, so we traveled a bit, and they're awesome girls. I feel like there's so much support between us. Obviously, we want to like beat each other, but then afterwards, you know, if one beats the other and we move on, we're out there rooting. You know, I would never ever want to see anything poor happen to them. You know, like we just
besides
have
losing you in
have
the
a
finals
cool
of the World
connection.
Championships, right?
Yeah.
We were just talking about that with Phyllis, how with the ladies, you know, when the grid is clear, that comes on the speaker, everyone's after each other. But as soon as the buzzer goes off, everyone's hugging and good job, great set.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think camaraderie is important, and, you know, you're traveling together, and, you know, you become close, and you get to know everyone off of the tee as well, so it's a cool little family out here, and it makes it fun, you know, whether you play good or bad, you have a good time, and it makes you keep coming back, you know.
What's the best golf course you ever played?
Ooh.
The best golf course?
Your favorite course?
Whistling Straits.
It is pretty nice out
What's
there.
your fifth favorite golf course?
Golf course?
Fifth favorite?
Yeah.
Is there a specific answer you're looking for?
I got Hudson National. I like Whistling Straits. Sherwood. Nautilus is pretty nice. And then the fifth favorite, I don't know. I always like Trump West Palm. That course is just really hard.
Is that what you're looking
He
for?
has a fifth favorite.
Fifth favorite?
Fifth favorite.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
But number one, yeah, Whistling Straits.
Yeah.
So I saw that you guys played out there, it was like 2 years ago, and it was like negative 80 degrees and
Yeah.
raining. How fun was that?
It was a few months apart, I think. We played, and it was like beautiful. It was 70 something, like just no wind. It was beautiful. And then I went back a few months later, and it was 40 degrees, 40 mile an hour wind, and hail. Like it was just, but it was kind of a cool experience. I mean, we just, you know, we gave up on the golf and just had a good time. But the caddy said it was the worst weather they've ever seen out there, which is saying something. So we only got through 9 holes, and we gave up.
Were you able to play internationally, like when you were playing, like as a junior?
A little bit. I mean, Ryder Cup was over in Wales, and I used to go over and do British Open qualifying every year when I was younger, so that was cool. I really enjoyed playing over there. Some great golf courses.
Would you get
but
back into golf?
It's been a long time. If I had like a lobotomy or something, maybe. I would love to. I would love nothing more than to feel like I could go out and do a U.S. Open qualifier and feel like myself. So it's definitely something that's always going to be in the back of my head. And if the time's right and I feel good, you know, I would give it another shot.
Yeah.
But probably not like on tour year long.
Right.
That's just a huge commitment financially and everything. So
The
I'm enjoying what I'm
qualifiers
doing
are
now.
always the opportunity to stay competitive
Yes.
in that realm, for sure.
Yeah. How
Well,
about you? understand how much goes into it outside of just hard work and talent. But there's a lot behind the scenes that has to go right for you to really make it. So
Without a doubt. Well, out of all the guys, who is your favorite to win this event? You've been here for a while today. You've seen a lot of shots.
It's been really hard to see what's going on out there just because of the way that the sky looks and stuff. It's hard to see like flights, and I'm assuming it's all carry out here, right?
All
Grass
carry
is pretty
grid.
long. Yeah, so someone that hits it maybe a little higher. I mean, Martin, obviously, he's got a pretty high ball flight and mostly carry, I feel like. It's hard to, I don't know. I guess Martin would probably be my.
Martin?
Yeah, or Seb. Is Seb still in it? I didn't
Seb's
see him
still in
this
it.
morning.
He hit great today.
Because he hits it high, and
Very
I mean,
high.
I love his golf swing. So.
Yeah, he was on cruise control today. Won the first 4 sets and just kind of, took the last one off. But
Yeah, he
looks
tends
good.
to be all carry, right? So this could potentially be a good spot for him.
Yeah, but Martin looks like he's on cruise control as well. Looks really good. Justin James looked good today.
Justin James, yeah,
Brandon
always.
Flynn
another one of
had
my
5.
favorite swings out there.
Brandon Flynn had 5
Brandon
straight wins.
Flynn put on
Yeah.
an absolute show today.
I would
Flynn
assume it's like draw bias, right? The way that this grid sets up. So maybe.
You know what? Cuts were working yesterday. It
Okay.
just
A little
really,
bit of
just because it
anything.
was so much carry. But right now we have the wind directly into our face, and like if Martin puts up like a 345 ball, that's going to be that should win.
Okay.
The ball's not really going anywhere right now. It's directly into the wind right now.
We think somewhere around 360.
Is a
If
good
you
ball.
carry that,
Yeah,
it'll
there's-
roll out from there. Obviously, right now, that's a really, really good ball if you hit that with the wind directly in our face.
Right.
But Hunter liked that one.
I love watching Hunter, and his family just always goes nuts. He's
sweetest.
so entertaining.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
So who would be the entertaining person like that on the women's side? I can think of someone.
Mary
Who
Driscoll.
would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, probably Mary. I mean, Avery's really
I was
freaking funny
actually
out
gonna
there.
say that Avery has a
Yeah,
personality that comes out that is
she does.
a
You
lot
guys
of
got
fun
to get
watch.
her mic'd up because some of the stuff that comes out of her little one-liners are so funny. She just always is happy, and yeah, she has no problem like letting you know what she's thinking out there. So I think that could be pretty entertaining if you mic her up. You should do that this tournament. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think Sandra's here, but she always lets you know when she's hit a good ball.
Oh, my favorite move is the little
yep,
wave.
Yeah, the little wave, and gets the crowd pumped up. I'm usually too nervous to do anything other than shake as I'm teeing the ball up. That's about all you'll get out of me.
All
Well,
right,
you're
so
almost a veteran at this point in the sport.
What's that?
I said you're almost a veteran at this point in the sport.
Yeah, I guess. I don't feel like it at all, but.
All right, so how nervous were you? Let's go back to Atlantic City, probably, whatever,
Oh.
bad memories. But we talked about Phyllis, like, having that pressure, like, you know that you just got to hit a ball and play. Like, how much pressure did you put on yourself knowing, like, you were literally a swing away from winning a tour event?
Yeah, I mean, that being my first time in that situation, and I know this year we've kind of played around with both people hitting at the same time, but in that event it was one set and then one set, so you're up there, all eyeballs on you, and it's like it just goes by in a second, and you're like, oh my god, I'm 8 balls through and I haven't hit the grid yet. You know what I mean? It's like you have to know to like step back, take a breath, and like figure it out. But sometimes you're just on rapid fire, and then the next thing you know, it's over. So I mean, obviously, like, I was upset that I felt like all I had to do was get one in the grid, and didn't, but at the same time, I was just freaking happy to be in the final.
Yeah.
It was so unexpected for me, and I mean, it was my 2 seconds of fame in the semifinal, one and done. And
Look at
so
how,
I still walked around.
she's got
walked away
400,000 followers on Instagram. No one knows who you are,
You
right?
have a lot of seconds of fame. But if anybody's wondering what we're talking about, this event that was held in Jersey, probably the tightest grid in long drive history.
Yeah, it was.
Insane
Everyone hit.
headwind. I mean, Tim
Crazy.
won with, what, a 289 or something like that?
We had at one point, I think there was a match off. I think they might have gone into 10 rounds, nothing but OB sets for a
that was
while
the year
for the
before.
guys the
That
year
was the year
before.
before.
And Cassandra put on a show, came in the final too. And when we talk about all you had to do was get the ball in the grid, it was one of those where it was tough to get the
I
ball
mean,
in the grid.
Phyllis had one
It
in
was
the
hard.
grid, but I felt like if I hit one solid, I mean, my last set had been further than that. So, you never know. If I had hit one in the grid, it might not have been further, but so whatever. I was still happy. I walked away happy. But you know what was annoying though is that the wind meter that they had on the TV said like 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was
or
like
something.
25,
And it was
30.
like 30 miles an hour. I mean, I think Tim won, and he didn't even hit 300 yards.
He went 289 or
They
something
had
like
to
that.
they had to shorten
Yeah.
the minimum
Yeah,
distance.
Nuh-uh.
yeah,
for
because in
them.
the qualifying rounds, none of the guys could make it to like 300 yards. They were making like 301, 302,
Oh
and then they had to move it
goodness.
back to like 270.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the one clip that kept getting shown over and over again, I think my ball was only 240 something. So everyone was like, I could do that with my 7-iron. You know what I mean? And I was like,
Would
no,
love
I
to see
promise.
that.
It was
Yeah.
insane win.
All right, we're in crunch time now. Martin Borgmeyer, Cody Billinghurst, Hunter Knoll, Bobby Ray are in. Ryan Gregnall, Kyle Gabbard, Gavin Yokas, Bud Widener, and Joseph Cabanar are on the preferable double or bubble, whatever they want to call it. I don't know the word. We've been here for 6 hours, and we're going to
On
keep
the
trucking.
bubble.
Yeah, they're on the bubble.
You guys do an amazing job calling out these numbers, by the way.
Well, I mean,
That's
I
kind.
might not be. I can read numbers. But Borgmeyer's in, Billinghurst, Hunter Knoll, and Bobby Ray. Gregnall once again going 0 for 12, and he gets 2 wins. So right now, Gregnall, he's going to go up against Borgmeyer. He's going to the last set's going to be Billinghurst, Bobby Ray, Gregnall, and Borgmeyer.
I think if anything, he just needs to get one in play.
Yep.
So he avoids a playoff.
That was impressive for Ryan to go win-win after starting out.
He got his last ball in,
Like
too.
that.
He had to get it on his last ball in set number 4, and he went 366.
Yeah, that's awesome because that can really start to get in your head if you start out like that.
Yeah,
Feel defeated too soon,
We've talked a lot about how long drive is not just hitting it as far as you can. You have to account for the weather. You have to account for the grid, the area that you're hitting. But just to your point, also the mental game. How do you prepare your mind as you're competing?
Me personally, I'm still trying to figure that out, honestly. My mental game has never been my strong suit in the past. So I think just like today, going out there and just practicing, I couldn't make contact with the ball. But I feel like I've gotten to the point now where I know that day to day is just so different. So I think just not getting in your head ahead of time and not having any expectations and then just prepping your body as best you can. There's definitely some prep work, whether that's doing a little workout or getting stretched out, just having something to kind of rely on.
What advice would you give any ladies that want to get into long drive?
I think just give it a try. I think, like I went back and forth for a long time because I was seeing the top couple girls that just were so far ahead, and I was comparing myself to them, and so it was really intimidating. But I think knowing that the middle of the pack is not as intimidating maybe as some girls might think.
Without a doubt.
What's that?
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and I think that as long as you're a golfer, you're gonna have a good time out here.
Yeah. We're having some technical
difficulties.
So we're continuing to talk just in case, because we don't know if we're on, we don't know if we're not on, but
You've been an unbelievable interview, even though maybe
Yeah,
no one's heard
the
anything
whole
that we've said the
world.
last 15 minutes. You
the
have
most
been
people in the world got to hear your
electric.
answers, Bobby and Alexis.
It's good practice. You'll
I
have me
just-
back tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we're definitely
Offline. Alrighty.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here? Are we having a playoff or?
We don't know yet.
We're not sure. It didn't matter. Anybody's.
Oh, nope. Top 8 are in, I guess. Oh no, you still have fifth.
Yeah,
fifth set.
so-
Just kidding.
All those at
I can't
400 are bubbled up.
That's where it stopped, and I don't know what time that was. I don't know if they're talking about me or
Me?
you. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh Roberto.
Oops.
Well, if you're tuning in and can't hear us, you know what? It's a beautiful day in Connecticut.
I like these shades you got going though. They're a little Bobby Ray-ish.
Uh-oh.
I've had these for a couple of years.
It looks like his logo,
Does
right?
it?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
his logo?
I mean, you guys basically have the same voice too.
Personality,
Maybe.
look.
Little personality.
I'm a little better looking.
He only has to wear sleeves because he's in the booth.
I'm a single father.
Yeah, the
I know.
sleeve
I got that
less
going
Lets
for
him
me.
know.
might look a little different, but you should just grow the mullet out.
I could. I mean, I have hair. I got a full head of hair.
You guys both got the pearly white teeth too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Veneers. I got veneers at the top. Bottom, I got it. I get target marketed for like creatine and like white smile and all that other stuff. So I'm trying to think of the other one that's got me right now. The ketone shots. You ever seen those videos of the ketone shots?
No.
No.
Yeah, I had to buy those too.
shots.
Advertising
Ketones where you
gets
put
you.
your body in ketosis. Yeah, I mean, I've been target marketed for like the last like 3 months on like the
What's the
same
last
things.
thing you bought off of Instagram?
The ketones.
You?
I can't think of anything that I've bought off of Instagram in like the last couple years.
Yeah, no, mine is ketones, and then the creatine gummies, and
the
then High
gummies.
Smile, the smile for the bottom teeth,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the purple shampooish that makes your teeth.
I got
Wait,
that.
does it
Actually
work?
Did get that.
Yeah, it works.
Does it work?
It works.
I haven't got mine in yet.
I feel like I drink too much coffee. I need to start
Same.
doing something.
I just absolutely love the fact that we're talking to ourselves right now. This is great.
It's hard not to drink coffee, though.
It's really hard not to drink. I drank too much coffee this morning. I'm a little jittery.
Well, if you're tuning in and can't hear us, we're live.
Thanks
in
for
Connecticut.
joining us.
Is it still not up?
I don't think so,
Oh,
but you know what?
no.
That's the beauty of this.
Fireball.
Sound drop.
Well, at least
Cass,
it
you
doesn't
did
look
an
like anything
unbelievable
too.
job. I'm so proud of you. I've known you since you were the same height.
To be fair, I've been the same height since I was like 11. So
Yeah. I think it was hole number 8 at the international hole, of course.
Yeah.
2014 or 15, Florida Wireless Association.
you were out there for several events. I feel like
I've done that. I've done that event. Like I did that event for like 7, 8 years.
Yep.
Good tournament.
What's your craziest long drive story?
I don't really have any.
No?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Nothing too crazy.
How's travel been this
I
year?
mean, I think like in 2019, my last 3 head-to-head sets, I lost by 3 yards, 2
Yeah.
yards, and then 1 yard. And I was
Oh.
like, ugh.
And then
It's
it
not really
ended.
crazy, but it was heartbreaking. Yeah, and then it
And then they said no more.
yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has your travels been? You're everywhere. You were just in somewhere up north.
I was, well, we've been staying in Wisconsin for the last couple months. So
Oh, okay, you're in
that's-
Wisconsin during the summer. I forgot
Brett
about
teaches
that.
up there. We've done that for the last few years, and it's been kind of nice to have a little break from Florida and the heat. And, you know, the golf seasons are opposite, so that works out nice for us. But, yeah, a little extra travel on top of that with events and going to some LPGA events. We were out in California we were at Pebble for the Women's US
fun.
Open, so that was really cool to see.
How
First
cool
time
is
out
that?
there. It was awesome. It was very cool. It was
It's an
freezing.
iconic event.
I
to
froze
have the ladies
my
there.
butt off. Like
Oh.
the polar opposite of here. Now I'm melting my butt off.
you can say what you really want to say because I
Yeah.
don't think anybody.
It'll probably, with my luck, it'll like click back on right when
I
I say
know.
Right
that.
at that moment.
Just all I'm looking is Elon. I'm just looking at Elon. He's the boss, 22-year-old boss.
22. Don't
Yeah.
you love that?
I love it.
Like when I started traveling with the girls and they're like, hey, can you rent the car? Because we can't yet. And I'm like, oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, no, Gabby. And they're like, well, Gabby's what 24, and then Avery's 23.
I think so. I don't know. 10 years older than them, though. It's kind of depressing.
I'm 18.
They started
You're
calling,
wise.
They started
10
calling
years
me mom.
wiser.
I don't know if I am though, man. Those girls they've done so much at such a young age, and they're so mature and they're hard workers, and it doesn't feel like there's an age gap, you know?
I feel the same way.
Yeah, well, it's because you're mentally still 14, right?
16.
16, okay, all right, 16, yeah.
I can drive a car.
Barely.
Can you though?
I can drive a car. Well, if you're tuning in and can't hear us, Hunter Knowles at 3:30. Elon is using hand gestures.
Oh, Gabbard.
How are we looking there, buddy?
No bueno? Still not on?
Oh, we're
we've been
on.
the whole time?
What?
We have no idea. We're literally just,
Good thing
we're
we
just
kept
like rapping. Well,
chat.
good. Maybe they can
Wow.
hear us. You know, I keep refreshing on YouTube just to see if anybody's got questions. So if you can
Trying to
actually
be quiet
hear us,
and everything.
we're just like not even
We
giving
can't see
updates or anything.
updates. I mean,
Yeah.
well, we can't see them as well. We
Yeah.
can't see you guys, but
All right, well, whatever. If you can hear us, that's great. So,
well, the only person that could make it right now if they win would be Bud Widener.
yeah, we thought for like the last like 10 minutes that no one could hear us, but I guess so. Well, hey, there you go. And we didn't even have any potty mouth moments.
No, I was being careful.
Really
just in
close.
case it popped
Just
back
never
really
in.
know.
close to
You
it.
never know. Those mics are always hot. All right, we're going to keep you up to date now if you are tuning in. Martin Borgmeyer, Cody Billinghurst, Bobby Ray, Hunter Knoll are in at 500 points or above. Borgmeyer and Billinghurst all have wins. Greg Knoll has 400. Gabbard's at 400. Let me see. Bud Widener's like the only guy that can get
Only
in
person.
here.
Bud has to win.
He
We
likes
hear
that.
a
He's
scream
yelling.
from Bud.
147. Apex's is 212. He hit it 207. If that one stays in play, Widener, I would say, would take the lead with that golf ball, but he carried it 322, so he's not going to get too much rollout. Widener has to at least take second or better to be at 400 points. He would be tied with Mike
All
Zuloff.
right. Well, we will get you an update after this. Cassie, thanks so much for being in the booth with us. We're sorry for the technical
problem.
difficulties. Hopefully we'll have you in again at some
Absolutely.
point.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right, and we are back. Our apologies. We did not know what was going on. We had everything kind of went out for a second.
We kind of ham-egged it, though. We
We
just
did.
talk
We
like
were
this, you know. Like,
unsure. We're kind of working in the back scenes to get things going. But thanks for staying tuned with us. We're going to update you guys what's going on right now.
all right, so Greg Knoll just has to hit a ball and play, and he's in. So Greg Knoll just needs to put a ball and play. Bobby Ray's in. Gavin Yokas is in. There is going to be a playoff between Mike Zuloff and Bud Widener right now. So Greg Knoll's got a ball and play. That means he's automatically in. We're going to have our third playoff of this round of 64 hitters. So if you are tuning in, sorry about that. We thought the stream was cut off. We were taking a peek at YouTube as well.
We couldn't
not
see
seeing
anything.
Couldn't see anything. So we just kind of, we just chopped it up, which was great, though. Like, I
Right.
mean, just like casual conversation that we have on the range. And all right. So one of the things that I did get back, we talked about humidity, and I always ask Jason Zubak, the GOAT, like, hey, like about humidity. So he goes, about humidity, it's kind of a weird one where it's inverse to what you would think. Increased humidity actually decreases air density. Decreased air density reduces drag. Therefore, the ball would go farther with increased humidity.
wow.
It's not a big effect, though. From 10% humidity to 90% would only increase distance by about 1.5 yards for the longest hitters in the world. Temperature elevation has a much bigger effect. So that's coming from Jay-Z. That's coming from the pharmacist, the scientist, whatever. I mean, the GOAT. So I like hearing, information from him. But, having Cass in the booth, that was fun, though. We didn't think we were on, but like that's good chatter that
really
people.
funny.
Because that's kind of like the way we talk, like off screen, like on the grid. Like, I mean, it really is. It's a giant fraternity, sorority, what have you, of just us chatting it up, and for her to talk about Gabby and Avery, yeah,
Their friendship,
just them just being 23 and 24 years old and just being like ultra polished. For their age, and they travel all over the world, especially Avery. I mean, gosh, she flies everywhere.
She does so many things.
Borgmeyer, longest ball of the day, 384, stepped on the gas, longest drive.
Whew.
So far
He
of
is
this.
on.
So,
And
Mr.
that's going to finish it
Borgmeyer,
out.
he launched it at 35. He hit that kind of high.
All right, well, we have a playoff between Mike Zoloff and Bud Widener. Bud been in this position.
Yeah,
Was here last time.
hit a lot yesterday
Excited
too.
to see who's going to advance after this.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive. Co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive. Extreme distance for your game.
Introducing World Long Drive International memberships. World Long Drive welcomes all of their international affiliates as part of the World Long Drive family. With an international membership, our worldwide competitors now have the ability to compete in internationally sanctioned World Long Drive events, the ability to earn world ranking points, plus all of the great community membership benefits. Sign up for an international membership today at worldlongdrive.com. All pro memberships include the ability to compete in international World Long Drive sanctioned events. Learn more at worldlongdrive.com.
And we are back with the playoff between Bud Widener and Mike Zuloff.
Bud's got a lot of swings on this grid. We're looking at total distance or the longest drives. You know, Mike Zoloff's at 351 and Bud's at 334. It just looks like Bud's launching it just a little too low. And you know, like you said, I would say advantage a guy that hits it a little higher right now. And you know, that happened, you know, last matchup with, you know, Galladay and Maurice. Maurice just got the ball in the air a little bit higher, even though the ball speed numbers were eerily similar. I mean, Maurice did hit 209.8 in that last set to advance. But yeah, it is a carry grid. Martin Borgmeyer just went 384 yards. So the gentleman that has a chance to be world number one gets 5 straight wins and has the longest drive of the entire day. He
was on cruise control.
He looked great. He really looked very, very controlled on the range. And when I saw that 225 ball on the range right before the tournament started for him, that looked really, really smooth. You know, just very effortless. And it's just crazy to know, like, guys like, I mean, like, Kyle on his third ball in Memphis went 230. And it didn't even look like he was swinging hard. He did, like as far as his effort level, was
when
just
you put efficiency with speed,
it's unreal.
It's beautiful.
So Mr. Borgmeyer looking good here. Right now we got Bud Widener, who is, you're going to see, significantly faster club speed wise and ball speed wise, but
he's still amateur, still learning how to put those things together. Mike has probably a longer ball out of the two of them, but he likes that one, giving it a nice little scream.
3,200 spin. Little cut left to right, 133 feet in the air. But Zoloff gets the ball in the air. So I like Zoloff's flight. Now he's just got to put a ball in play.
Here we go. We are about 2 minutes or so away from seeing who's going to advance to the next round tomorrow. Bud Widener on the grid at 345. We've said this time after time again. When you're in this position, you want to make sure you get one of your first 2 balls in play. That really releases a lot of stress.
All right, so Zoloff with the 140 speed, but a little bit of a miss hit right at about 200 miles per hour. It's right down the middle. Instead of carried 335, so we definitely have a ball in play. He hit a left to right ball, so it can take up some real estate here. Let's take a peek. It's at 341, so he needs to improve. Obi right. So Widener is currently in the lead by 4 yards, 345 to 341. The winner will put themselves into the round of 32. So there's 31 guys that are safely in till tomorrow, and we have one more guy that's going to make it.
About 30 seconds, 30 seconds away to seeing who's going to make it. Right now, Bud leads at 345, only 4 yards ahead of Mike.
If, you know, Mike puts up a 206, 207 ball, which I think he's capable of.
Without a doubt.
Down, slight miss hit.
All right, just final balls here.
He got the old fastball inside and jammed himself. He was late on the fastball. All right, so Mike needs to slow it down. A lot of times, like, you get in these positions, you feel like you got to swing harder, so you take that club back fast. You don't get your hands a set, and then you have, you know, your off-center hits. He just needs to slow down this takeaway, really take his time here, and just take a nice, smooth swing.
Oh, just left it out. Bud knows he won this one. He's pumping up the crowd. hits his last one just in time.
I'm pretty
Bud
sure
Widener
that
advancing.
they didn't even read on the. He launched that at about 65 and hit that about 73 yards his last ball. But Bud Widener takes down
Still in the
the
grid.
playoff at 345 yards. So we're going to be back later, the senior division. They're going to go through their round robin of 16 hitters, and then we're going to get down to the quarterfinals. So Alexis Belton and I will
Watch
be
it all
calling the
day.
action here in a little bit, but
Without a doubt.
apologize for the technical difficulties. Weren't sure if the mics were on or not, but enjoyed talking to Cass and having
Always great to
you
have
know,
her.
Sam Judah in the booth, and even Phyllis Meddy. That was just a really good group of hitters, very talented people, and we'll be back here right after this.
This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water. I'm forced to a fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth, following God and you grinding, you